Hey, so what's up guys, thank you for joining us for another video. Today we want to talk about travelling with a disabled person and what effects can be put onto them. Like, we want to talk about all the bad points to do with all the travelling that we do sometimes, and
I know.
And what we have to overcome in our travelling, like all the problems and everything. Right, so travelling with a disabled person, it's not easy. There's no facilities and there's no help and there's no voice for any disabled person that's in the UK that want to go travelling. And mainly they only have changing facilities in the big shopping centres, and maybe there's only like one or two, but if there's multiple people that are there and they have to wait in a queue as well, such as normal people, the way they queue up to go to the toilet. Right, so travelling nationwide of the UK, there are not enough changing facilities, and most of these disabled toilets aren't properly equipped, such as a changing bench for disabled people. Most of the disabled toilets would just have a bigger bathroom and that's about it. They won't have a changing bench, so like Mohsin here, he would be able to, you have to take him out with a hoist sling. Such as these disabled toilets that don't have properly equipped equipment in there, are the service station disabled toilets. The only good thing about them is that they are just bigger in size, no changing bench there which can help us, or a hoist which can help us take Mohsin out of his chair. But most of the time I have to just take him out of his chair myself because they don't have no facility there to help us to do it with. So most big shopping centres are equipped with it, such as our local one, which is Meadowhall, and the Trafford Centre, which is quite good. They are reasonably really good. So if we are travelling by road, just say that we are going to London and we had to stop in between, so we had to change Mohsin's nappy, we would have to stop at the service station and we would have most of the equipment ourselves, such as a changing bench that we have in our van, which is a headache when we take it out. We have to fold it up, fold it out, fix it, and then we had to buy a separate gazebo, because obviously you wouldn't want people looking at you while you're on the toilet, just put it that way. Yeah. So travelling abroad, that is another thing. It's a very big issue for disabled people. Travelling abroad entails with the check-in desks aren't very organised, because when we order our tickets before, just say 6 months before we want to go on holiday, and we ask them for the front aisle seat, which has more leg room. Obviously we need more leg room for Mohsin because he can't bend his legs properly and he can't straighten his legs properly. And for a long time, just say we were going to Pakistan and it would be an 8-hour flight, he would be stuck in that same position for 8 hours, which normal people that can walk and do things for themselves can get up and walk to the toilet, but he would have to be in the same position for 8 hours with the same nappy on and the same clothes and everything. So the seats are too small in the plane, they are very overpriced. We would at least have a discount or something for the first class seats, which he can have. First class seats are good, but still they are very, very uncomfortable for a person that can't sit by themselves or even lie down by themselves. Also in the airport there are no changing facilities at all. Manchester airport has no facilities for disabled changing toilets or anything. We have had this problem for the past 10 years, which we have been trying to go on holiday, and Manchester are never equipped for anything, and we've had this problem so many times. We have argued with the managers, we've argued with the heads of staff on the day, except when we go for the emails and we try to be reasonable and everything, they just won't listen and they won't reply to our emails or anything. So after all the check-in and all the changing, just say we had to change him behind, like for example we changed him behind a medical screen, which is just not really suitable for anything, and we had to change him on the seats that were in the waiting area before you go onto the plane itself, and which put some strain on his back, and it put some strain on me as well, obviously, because I'm the one who has to carry him out onto the chairs, onto the seats, just to change him. And that's another thing, there's no privacy there when there's over 300-400 people waiting to get on a plane, and then we are changing him just before we have to get onto the plane. which is not pleasant for anyone, and it shouldn't happen like that. It's not even good. Also, another thing I want to reflect on is the baggage allowance that we get when we go abroad. Because of his medicines that we use, they're all in liquid form. There are just about 2 or 3 tablet forms which are dissolvable, except that's still not enough. His liquid form medicines, if you go for a month to Pakistan, for example, we would have to be taking at least 10 or 12 bottles with us, etc. And we have his milk, which he has 4 bottles a day, which is a lot of weight. One box of milk would last us at least 3 to 4 days maximum, and if we go on holiday for, I don't know, a month, just say 30 days. If we go on holiday for 30 days, we would need 10 boxes. And we checked last time when we went, and our weight was actually quite over. We only took all of Mohsin's clothes. We couldn't get nothing to take with us because there was too much weight for his medicines, nappies, and his milk. So his milk was weighed in for 2 boxes was at 9 kilos, and then 10 boxes obviously is going to be 45 kilos. So 45 kilos, that's just one ticket. Not even one ticket. No, you won't. But take 2 kilos, innit? So just for a month for Mohsin to take his milk, just his milk, because he has a gastrostomy tube, and I think I've covered that in a video previously. It would take us 45 kilos for his milk to go to Pakistan, and his medicines, it ranges because of what he has and what's available for us at that time. Like 2 years ago we had different medicines, and then he's at different strengths, but it all works out different. So when we go into the plane, that's another headache, which is that when we go towards the plane, they tell us to take Mohsin out of his chair and put him into the aisle chair. As you can see, his chair isn't a normal chair, it's a moulded seat, because it supports his back and it supports his spinal structure, and he can't sit in those aisle seats at all. So I have to carry Mohsin into the plane, onto his seat, and then fix him onto his seat, which I have no help, and obviously it does put a lot of strain on me, because I'm the one who's trying to sort and do half of their job as well. Like, I have to carry Mohsin into the plane, and I'm basically doing half of their job, which the government should be doing themselves, or the airlines should be sorting out themselves. So once we are on the plane, we have to wait so many hours, and just for the obviously we have to wait so many hours for the flight time and everything, but that's standard for every single person in the flight. They have to wait until to land. So when we go to the other side, to the other destination where we're going to, they are not fully equipped. They don't know what they're doing. They don't experience with people like what we can try and do. So another problem that we wanted to talk about was the help for the siblings of the disabled kids, and there is not enough help for the families, because such as the more mobility cars and or first aid training and how to give the medicines properly. So most families that have older siblings or younger siblings, whichever, there is always going to be that one sibling that has to stay behind and look after the younger brother or sister, or the... What are you yawning for? Fam? So one sibling has to stay behind to look after the special brother or sister while the parents go to work, and they don't have enough time to go out or anything. And I was looking to make a group of siblings that can go out with meals with their with their special brothers and sisters, like just have a day out with just all the kids with no parents and everything. So we're looking to start a movement with Mo Vader, and I'm fucking thinking of saying it. Don't interrupt me, fam. We interrupted before. God. Foul, rudely interrupted. Bitch. So we want to make a movement with Mo Vader so we can all have our voice heard and at least recognise that we are trying to make a change for the disabled community, for all of us, for all the families, for all the kids, every single person that we are trying to get involved with. We are looking to invest in some wheelchair adaptations, such as like the lights on the power wheelchairs, for lights on power wheelchairs, and horns for the kids, so they can at least have a little bit of fun when they want to sit in their wheelchair, go out at night time, and have a flashy wheelchair. And we are hoping to start this with quite a few families within Rotherham. So I would like to show how Mohsin's wheelchair looks like with the lights on and everything, and yeah. Flashy dashy, bro. We are hoping to get more and more people who want their chairs lighting up. It doesn't matter how old you are or whatever. We can sort out everything for the power wheelchairs. It won't work with the normal wheelchairs because they don't have a power supply. Well, obviously the power supply is a lot more costly if you need it, if you still want it doing. So we hope you enjoyed our video, and I hope I've covered most of the thing about the travel side with the disabled person, and hopefully for some new videos coming up soon. I don't really like leaving you hanging, but Mohsin's been really ill for the past few weeks, and it's been quite hard to make some videos. So I hope you enjoyed everything, and peace.